Good morning, everybody. I have my new book here, Eva's Journey. It is a book set in Chile, in a fear-filled era during Pinochet's reign and right through to democracy. So I'll read just a little bit from it. Eva stands under the shade of a willow tree on the footpath. A lorry with a wobbly load comes along. She thumbs half-heartedly, but the driver doesn't see her, since she is partly hidden by the drooping foliage. More tears. She really doesn't want him to see her. Two more speed past her. She knows it is the lorry season, so there are several on the Panamericano. Fruit is being transported to Santiago for export. The next one stops. "Where do you want to go, señorita?" shouts the driver. "Santiago, señor." "Then hop in." "Gracias, señor." Hop is not a word Eva can associate with her body today. She throws up her few belongings onto the passenger seat and makes her way slowly up, feeling the pain in every muscle with each exertion. Being short of stature, too, makes it more difficult to climb into an articulated lorry. The driver is short and stocky, with a black moustache and a wide chupalla on his head. The dashboard and the mirror are decorated with pictures of Our Lady of Mount Carmel, San Sebastian, and the Sacred Heart. Hanging down from the top, with clothes pegs holding each one in place, are lots of coloured pictures of naked ladies in different positions. The brown scapular hangs loosely over the mirror. "What are you going to do in Santiago?" "I'm going to look for work there." "What age are you?" 16, she says, feeling it is better to add on a few more years. He has the radio blaring and Eva can barely hear his questions. She feels weak and lonely, but also relatively safe and free. Now and then she thinks of the tiny baby wired up to machines and wonders if her mother has come to the hospital. Eva keeps pushing the tears back. She feels emptiness in the pit of her stomach. The driver puts in a tape with Mexican music. "Do you like the Mexicana?" he asks. "I do." "Do you dance?" "Sometimes." Eva remembers the day she broke the statue and a fresh tear comes into her eye. "You are young. You should be dancing every night." She says nothing, fearing he wants to be too friendly. They drive on in silence for some time. Eva breaks the silence. "Are we near Santiago, señor?" "In an hour's time we'll be stopping at San Fernando, where I have a good friend, a señora who runs a pension for people like me who are on the road early and late. Sometimes I stay there. She feeds me and looks after all my needs." There is more silence, and Eva has time to think what she might do when she gets to the big city. She has only 500 pesos, which she has saved from her visits to Abuelita. Eva is perspiring from the intense heat inside the lorry. Her legs are so sweaty that they are sticking together. Her breasts are hot and sore. She fans her face with a piece of comfort. It is midsummer and the vineyards are heavy with grape. Seedless grapes for exportation are being harvested. As they speed along the Panamericano, they see a multitude of workers, mainly women, harvesting the grapes. There is a shed at the side where they grade the grapes into boxes. Grade 1 is specially selected for export. Women are considered the best at picking and grading fruit. Lorries come to collect the boxes and take them to the boat. Suddenly, without warning, the driver pulls into a lay-by. Fear grips Eva's body. Why the sudden stop? She feels weak. The driver jumps down and shouts to her worker to pass him a bunch of grapes. The worker does as requested, and they go on their way. Eva is relieved. She is once again holding her abdomen. Eva is glad to taste some juicy grapes to assuage her thirst. One more reminder of home and the vineyard at the back of her house. She wonders about Oscar now, and how he'll be when her mother takes the baby home. Abuelita won't understand why I've run away. If only I could live with her. I am staying in San Fernando for the night, young lady. I need to eat and rest a little. I know I won't make the port in Santiago before curfew at 8 o'clock, said the driver. Si, senor. If you want to stay here too, I'm sure the senora can give you some work for the night. She is very busy on Friday nights. A lot of the militares come in. Do you mean she needs someone to clean the place? That too, I'm sure. But you are so young that the other would be more your line of work. Eva feels panicking. No, I'll continue on to Santiago. I'll thumb another lorry.